Assalamu alaikum. Myself Ehkam Ansari. Student, welcome back to yet another video lecture of information technology. In this particular video lecture, I will be talking about some advanced properties of CSS. In our previous lecture, we have seen some properties of CSS. In today's lecture, we will move on with some new topic or with some new properties of CSS. As we know, CSS is a style sheet or it's a set of rules and regulation which applies on HTML to make our HTML page very attractive. Okay, so we will use different properties, different application of CSS, and we will create our website very good and very attractive. So for this purpose, to achieve this purpose, we will use CSS properties. So our today's topic is font family. What is font family? As its properties clearly shows that font means we are going to change some properties, some features of our font or text of our web page. As we know, a website is a combination of different objects like text, images, audio, video, graphs. These are some objects. If you consider these are some objects. Okay, so if you want to change that font object, that font object can be changed by using font property of CSS. Okay, so in CSS we have a font family. Okay, we have a font family. Font family provide a list of different font which we can use in our web page. Okay, which we can use in our web page, or even if you are using a Microsoft Office Word, it also provides a number of the font family. Why it's called family? Why not any other name? As we know, family is a combination or conjunction of different or more than one people, or family can be of anything. Family means you can say family you can consider as a group of people, a group of things, and again family you can define as a some basic characteristic or basic feature which joins to each member of that particular group or family. So it's a font family means we are going to provide some feature related to the font. Okay, so once we will start our coding, you will learn what are the different font family provided by our browser or provided by the CSS properties. Okay, just try to understand. Font family is a property of CSS which is used to change or which is used to assign different font family to our text or to our font. Okay, I will show you how we will do all these things or how we will achieve our objective to change or to assign different font to our text. Okay, so let's have a look what is font family is all about. I will just show you a little definition regarding font family. So I will just move on to the next slide. Okay, that is font family. Let's have a little bit explanation regarding font family. I have already explained you, but just see it. The font family property specifies the font of an element. The font of an element means we have n number of elements, we have n number of the thing on our web page, and font means simply you can say a text. Okay, so if you are going to change, if you are going to specify the font of a particular text, you have to use font family. And again in font family we have list of the family, we have list of the member in that particular font family which we can use in our web page. Okay, there is some example. It's a Times, then we have a Time New Romans, it's a Courier, then we have Arial, etc. We have more than 100 member in that particular family which we can use in our web page. Okay, the important thing is that the font family member can be of one word or can be of more than one word. Okay, can be of one word. For example, Courier is a single word. Okay, it's a single word. No, I'm not talking about character. Okay, it's not a character, it's a collection of character which known as a word. So the font family member can be a word or can be a collection of the word or more than one word. For example, Times New Roman. Okay, Times New Roman is not a single word. Okay, it have two spaces, time then space then new then space then Roman. So in that case we have to use double inverted comma, like see in last line, Times New Roman. Okay, again it's a member of font family. Okay, if you want to use a member which have more than one word, I am just repeating, this is very important, that's why I have written inside the note. If you have a single word family member, font family means we have a list of member in that particular font family which we can use to apply in our web page. Okay, this is nothing but a font which we are going to apply or which we are going to assign to our web page by using CSS properties. So font family is a property of CSS which provide n number of the member in it. For example, Times, Courier, Arial, and that member can have more than one word, like Times New Roman. Okay, Times New Roman have three words. One word is a time, then new, then Roman. So if a member of font family have more than one word, in that case we have to put Times New Roman at the starting and the end of that particular property. Okay, I will show you live. I will show you both the example while I will start how to apply this CSS on our web page, so you will get clear picture what is all about. But the thing is that for time being you have to just try to understand that font family is a property of CSS which provide a list of member in it which is used to apply on to change the font of your web page or your website. Okay, and that font family can have a single word like Times, Courier, and Arial, and can have more than one word like Times New Roman. But the difference between, if you are going to use any member which have only one word, no need to write any double code. Okay, and if you have any member which have more than one word like Time New Roman, you have to put double inverted comma starting and end of that particular member. Okay, so let's have a look how we are going to apply. So the thing is that many of the time I have told you that CSS alone is nothing. Only CSS cannot do anything. CSS is a set of rules. CSS is an external thing. CSS is a supporting thing which applies on HTML. So the thing is that HTML is our main page. On that particular page we will apply, we will add, we will attach, we will connect our CSS. Then the effect of that particular CSS will shown on our HTML page. So the first thing, we will create a simple HTML page, then we will apply these CSS and we will get result, or we will change our web page to a very attractive. Okay, so I will just move on to my I will just move on to my Notepad application, which is used to create our simple, which is nothing but a simple Notepad or text editor which is used to write coding or programming in HTML. Then I will save it, then I will run on browser, so you will get the output or you will get a simple web page. Then I will add these CSS by using internal CSS. So I have told you a number of the time how we can apply CSS, internal, inline and external. So for whole our lecture we will see our CSS only with the use of internal CSS. Okay, so I am just going to my desktop. I will search Notepad. So it is a Notepad. Now I am writing code inside the HTML5. So I will write doc type. Okay, what is a doc type? Doc type is HTML. This line shows that I am writing code inside the HTML5. So the first code, the first line and the last line, or the first tag and last tag of HTML5 or HTML will be HTML. Then the first tag will be head tag. After that, closing head tag. Again, I am telling you, please student, try to practice, try to do opening and closing tag at the same time. Okay. Then I will write body tag. I'm just try to create the structure of the HTML. Then I will put all the required thing. So I have created 6 tag, 3 opening and 3 closing. The HTML opening and HTML closing, then head opening, head closing, then body opening and body closing. So this is my main page. Okay, this is my main tag, that is body tag. Whatever I will write inside that particular HTML element, it will display on my browser because that is the body of the page. Okay, so I'm just going to add h1 tag and closing h1 tag. In that particular h1 tag, I will write welcome to CSS. I have written welcome to CSS. Then again I will copy it, Control C I have pressed, then just below that I will write welcome to CSS. Okay, I have taken h1 2 times. Okay, I just want to save the file. I will save it and I am going to save on desktop, so I will click desktop. Currently my computer desktop. Then I will assign some name. For example, I am going to do font family, so I am going to assign family dot html. Okay, and I will save it. So my file has been created and saved on my desktop. So I will search where is family, where it is saved. So here family.html is here. So I will just double click it. So you will get, I just want to increase the size by zooming the page. Okay, so there is no difference between welcome to CSS, welcome to CSS. Why? Because I have just used a simple HTML tag, that is h1, in both the heading. So the text is same, and this family is coming as a default family. Okay, whatever I will use, it will come as a default. Okay, so it's a browser setting. Whatever browser has been set, it will display as per the browser default setting. But I want to change the text. Okay, I want to change the font family of that particular text. So I will use by using CSS. So I will go and apply CSS. Where to apply? I will apply inside the head tag. I will take a style tag, style opening and style closing. Student, where I am using style tag inside the opening and closing head tag. This is my opening and closing head tag. Between that I have added a style tag. Why I have added style tag? Because we can apply CSS with in 3 ways. One is inline, where we put directly inside that particular tag with the help of style attribute, and we can add by using inline style with the help of style tag inside the opening and closing head tag. And we have third one, that is the external CSS. We have to create a different file and we have to write all these CSS and we have to save with the extension .css. Okay, so I'm using style. So where I'm going to apply CSS on which tag? For example, I am going to apply my CSS on this particular tag, that is a h1 tag. Okay, so I will simply write h1, then I will write this one, that is opening and closing curly bracket. Then I will write property. What property I am going to use? That is a font family. Okay, font family is a property which I am going to apply. So the good thing is that the font family is a property which have n number of the values. And what are the values? Values are nothing but the family members. Okay, which family members you are going to take. So if you can remember, it's very good. We have Times New Roman, we have Courier, we have Impact, we have many things we have, but simply just go in format. Student, please, I am repeating. If you can remember, you can whatever you can recognize or whatever you can read, but the simplest thing is that directly go in format and click on font. So here see, these are the, please left hand side just see the font, these are the font family. Okay, so you can choose any of that member of this particular family. For example, I am going to use this one, Courier, this one. I'm going to use this one, so I will just copy it and cancel it, and I will just paste it here. Okay, I will just paste it here, then at the end I will put semicolon. So I have applied Courier as a family member to H1, but there is a problem. If you can notice, if I use H1, okay, if I use H1, so it will apply on both the H1. I have used H1 two times. This is again H1 and this is also H1. Okay, so I have used two times H1. So if I use H1 in CSS, it will apply on all CSS. So if student, if you can recognize, if you can recollect that in our previous lecture I have already told you that if we have multiple HTML elements with the same name or with the same element, and you want to specify your property to a special or to a specific element, in that case we have to use ID of that particular element. I have already discussed what is ID and what is class. Means we are going to apply our CSS uniquely on certain tag. The tag name is same. This is H1 tag. Again, this is H1 tag. I have given example. If I ask who is Pooja, there is a possibility in your class that there may be more than one Pooja. So if I ask who is Pooja, more than one Pooja can stand. Okay, if I say who is Samir, again there is a possibility or a probability that more than one Samir present in your class. So in that case I will use uniqueness, I will use unique ID. What is the unique ID of a student? Obviously in a class we can say, instead of using name, I can say who is roll number 5, please stand up roll number 10, please stand up roll number 20. So these roll numbers is nothing but unique ID of that particular student, because a single roll number in a class cannot be assigned to more than one student. So there is a concept of ID, there is a concept of uniqueness. So I will provide ID to any of that same element. So I am going to apply ID equal to, for example, you can assign any ID. I'll just write first. Okay, so instead of H1 I will use first. Are you getting my point? I have used an attribute ID. ID attribute is used to specify the uniqueness. Okay, so we have two H1 at the same name. We have two elements. This is HTML elements which name is H1. Again this is the HTML element which name is H1. So the name is same. In that case, if I apply the CSS property, it will apply on the both the HTML element whose name is H1. Okay, but I don't want to apply the same property on both the H1. I want to apply my CSS uniquely on that particular HTML tag. So I have assigned ID as an attribute and I have assigned some value to this ID, that is a first. So this first I am using here. Okay, if I write instead of first, if I write FF, okay, so that FF I have to apply here. You can use any, but the thing is that if you are using ID, you have to write a symbol for ID. that is hash symbol. Before your ID you have to put hash symbol. Okay, so hash symbol shows that you are using a ID which name is FF. So it will search where is ID which name is FF. So it will apply this CSS to this particular text only. Let me show you the output. I will just save it. Okay, before that both are looking same because we have run this program earlier. It was the same, we have not applied our CSS, but now I have applied the CSS, and when I refresh you will see the change in this particular text, because this is the first heading in which I have added my CSS. That is, I have changed font family of this particular text. I will just refresh, then you will see. Now see, are you getting, student? Now this font family has been changed to, I have given some values. So what is the font family? That is a Courier. Okay, I just want to show you, if I want apply ID attribute, if you are getting confused in ID, for example, if I say H1 and if I remove this ID, okay, simple, I am writing H1 and I am going to assign this property, this CSS property, that is a font family. So it will only search H1. Where is H1? It will search. Okay, just save it. Control S I have pressed. Flip back to your browser. I think I have closed the browser, no issue. I will just back and double click the file. See, now I have written only H1. So it goes and search where is the H1, and it is directly applies on both H1 tag. But I don't want to apply my CSS on both the heading. Okay, so that's why I have given ID as an attribute. So if I add ID equals to first or anything, for example, I am going to assign ID equal to ICOM. So here I have to write ICOM, and before that I have to put hash symbol. Okay, now instead of the first heading, now I have used second heading and I have added one ID, that is ICOM. So now the changes will be in this one, that is second heading. Let me save the file, then I will back to my browser. When I refresh, this one will change. Okay, or this one will not change because it's already applied. This one will become default. See, now this is the default and this is changed because of your property. Now let's have some more font member of that particular font family. Okay, now for example, I am going to assign one more ID to this. ID equals to, for example, KMS. I have assigned one more ID to this. ID means I am just going to assign roll number. Okay, means uniqueness. So I will just copy it, Control C, then Control V. Instead of ICOM, now I am going to use the first one, that KMS. Means this property will apply on first. So instead of Courier, I will just go back to format and I will search some more family, that is, you can choose anyone. I am just using some which is very different, for example, impact. So I will just copy it and I will paste over here, Control V. So it's an impact. Now the first one is ICOM, which is second one. Okay, this one, this heading is belongs to ICOM, and what is the property? That is a font family Courier, and the first one is the ID is KMS, and what is value is the impact. Okay, so I will save the file and just see the output. I will just refresh the page. Now see, this one is your default, this one is your courier, and this is your impact. Okay student, getting? Okay, it's very easy. The only thing is that you have to practice better. CSS is very easy and it's a very interesting tool because it's in your hand how you are going to design your web page. Most of the time you see your web page or anything and you notice that, or you most of the time you complain that this website is not looking good, this website is not looking good, the font size is not good, the images is not good, or you are complaining each time while you are watching your any website. So now it's in your hand how you are going to apply your CSS, how you are going to create your web page. So you can do easily. It's a very easy, but the thing is that please practice, please practice. The only medicine to resolve your website, resolve your technology, resolve your IT problem is you have to practice. By watching this video, by learning from any other source, you can't do anything. Only the thing is that you have to practice with your devices. There is no shortcut, there is no other way. Right now you are watching these videos, you think it's very easy. Yes, it's very easy, but for time being, once you go back and you will be busy in some other activity, you will forget. So please do practice to learn IT or any programming language. I hope you understand what we have learned today, what I have discussed with you. That is a font family, and we have a number of the family we can use, but I have shown you 2 or 3. So now it's your assignment. Okay, so use any other. I just want to show you this one. Okay, I have forget if it's more than 2 word or more than 1 word, how I put double quotes. Okay, so sorry, I was forget. I just going back to my code. So instead of impact, I am going to change the thing. So instead of courier, I will take Times New Roman. So again I will go and I will add in font. So Times, I will just search where is this one, is Times New Roman. Okay, so I will copy it, cancel, and here I will add Times New Roman. I have Control V. Okay, so I will save it and I will back to my browser. I will refresh. Okay, is it Times New Roman? Is it Times New Roman? No, it's a default. It's a default. Why it's not coming? Because I have used more than 1 word member of font family, so I have to put double inverted comma before that and after that. Getting my point? I have added double inverted comma here. Student, please pay attention. Here I have added, it's a Times New Roman. Before that I have added double inverted comma, and after that I have added double inverted comma. Now I am going to save the file. Control S I have pressed, then flip back to your browser, then refresh. Now it's a Times New Roman. Okay, hope you could understand what we have learned today. Font family is a property of CSS which is used to assign some family, some text property to your text or to your font, which create or which is used to design your web page very attractive. Okay, thanks for watching. Stay tuned with this channel, many things to come. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.